Hi, this is Bob Pockrass, and welcome to another SceneDaily.com roundtable. Here with Jeff Gluck, here with Jared Turner, and today we're going to talk about what we would do if we were in charge of NASCAR. So, Jared, you are Brian France. You are the NASCAR chairman. What is the first thing that you do?
The first thing I do is add more short tracks. Short tracks are exciting. They're fun. They get fans on their feet. They make drivers show their true colors. There's only three short tracks, 6 races, not enough. Add more short tracks, cut the intermediate tracks.
And which do you have the certain tracks in mind, or do you have to go build those tracks?
I think you have to go build those tracks, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, as part of this question, Bob, do I have unlimited money?
Sure.
Can you give me as much money as I want?
Doesn't NASCAR have unlimited money?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, so then I would go build. It's very rare, people, that I would agree with Jared, but we're kind of on the same page here a little bit. I would change the tracks. I mean, we have too many big tracks right now. There's too many long, strung out fields with single file racing. That's boring. Let's face it. And the short tracks, road courses, super speedways, that's the fun stuff. And those are, it's like when we're coming to those tracks, it's like, boy, I can't wait to get to see this race this week because we know it's going to be a good race. Well, imagine if we had that at least for half the season. That would be fun, So we don't have to eliminate all the intermediate tracks, but at least kind of get that ratio up a little bit.
Don't you like speed? I mean, doesn't speed matter?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Speed is overrated.
I'm not saying to get rid of, Charlotte or something like that. I mean, I don't know if we have to go to a Charlotte every week, a place like that every week. I mean, why not have racing where you know it's going to be close quarters racing, where you know it's going to be exciting? I mean, or put restrictor plates on, at a place like California or Michigan. That'd be exciting. You don't have to necessarily change those, but I mean, I don't know. What would you do?
You'd want to see them all bunched together and a little bit more.
Maybe it's not real racing, but it's entertainment, right? Isn't this about entertainment?
It's about entertainment. The first thing I would do is I would hire a traveling safety team.
Why?
Go to all the tracks because I think it's important for for the drivers to see the same people over and over and over. The first responders to their accidents should be a familiar face. They are people who then can look at the data from the crash data recorders and understand what types of injuries come from that data. They can also make sure that the facilities at each track are up to standard and know a little bit more about the personnel at each track. Now, NASCAR's done some improvement. They have some nurses that go with them to each week, but I don't think that's far enough.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, safety is a high priority, but when has that been a problem at all? I mean, have we run into any problems?
Not. I would say maybe not in the last couple of years, but it used to be a bigger problem. Who was working on the drivers after they got hurt, and you still hear drivers today talk about either doctors didn't know about they have feared needles, or they didn't know about their certain past histories that they've had, and I think it would definitely be an improvement to what they have now.
Certainly not a bad idea. I mean, to have that level of continuity there, I think would be a good thing.
Well, as long as we're spending money and we have unlimited funds, I might as well throw in that I'd like to change the new car also.
Oh yeah.
Why not? I mean, we might as well change the car to be more like, I think, the nationwide COT, or what was going to be. Who knows if that'll ever actually come into on the track now. But I mean, from what we've heard, the drivers were saying that they took that car and they have the suggestions that was wrong with the Cup car, and they've implemented it in the new nationwide car, and that car actually drives how people would want, and have given them the things that they wanted to do. Maybe they should have gone to the nationwide COT first, and then learned from that and gone to the Cup car, and then so we'd have better racing in the Cup Series today.
Do you think that it's the car that these drivers want, or is it more? It's just what they're more used to driving.
Maybe a little bit of both, but I don't think if it's what they're used to driving, I don't think that's a bad thing, because if you're comfortable with something, you can put on better shows with it. And more, I'm kind of going over the school of thought of NASCAR needs to be a good show, because we know it's a sport, but it's not purely sport, because there's a lot of things that happen that are they're just judgment call. It's just we know it gets a little shady sometimes.
So you're saying it's getting a little closer to WWE and
as long as we're going in that direction, we might as well make sure it's good entertainment.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Well, let's face it. I mean, the racing wasn't very good on the intermediate tracks, even with the old model.
That's true. So let's keep going to see whatever we can do to get it a better show. That's what I think.
Well, we appreciate you all taking some time out to listen to us talk about what we would do to change NASCAR, and we'll talk to you again in another roundtable soon.